Alright, what is going on, my dudes? We are back here today for one more Red Guardian CCP video, okay? So now this one is going to be all about some absolutely banger synergies that Red Guardian brings to the table, alright? He has a couple decent synergies for himself and a bunch of really amazing synergies that make a lot of other champions, good champions, even better, and pretty bad champions pretty good. All right, so we're going to talk about all of that here. So first up, we have this family reunion. All right, now this synergy is really good for Black Widow Deadly Origin, okay, because you start off with that evade charge, all right, that you get from the special one. So basically, you could start the fight by just getting hit, and then you'll place that little debuff on them. I forget what it's called at this point, but that's really big for Black Widow. It's going to be really good for ramping her up quickly. And this also, all right, gives Red Guardian that little unstoppable, that passive unstoppable, so he could chain his heavy attack, okay? So he can just refresh his debuffs a lot more easier, okay? Up next, we have Magnificent Mains, which is such a wonderful synergy name, and this one is really big for Red Guardian, okay? So what this does is that when you throw off the special 2 or block an unblockable attack, and your shield is down, you're going to have a passive fury that grants you plus 10% attack rating until the shield is back up. That's huge for Red Guardian, alright? It's definitely not needed at all, but it is a very decent attack boost to have. Now, this synergy is also very good for Sabretooth. I don't have a video to showcase it because I would have had to ramp him up over like 5 and 6 fights and do that 2 times, but basically if you have a ranked up like 565 or like 6-star rank 2 or 3 Sabretooth, this is huge for Sabretooth because it increases all of his fury effects, the potency, by 10%, alright? So if you have like 21 furies on Sabretooth, imagine but just 10% stronger. That's really big for Sabretooth there. Up next, we have personally my favorite synergy of the day, and this is for Omega Red, okay? So if you're an Omega Red user, you're going to know how big it is that you can start the fight with up to 5 Death Spores already on the opponent. That is going to make things start off so much faster, especially if the AI starts acting too defensive and doesn't let you get in a parry at the beginning of a fight or any other circumstance like that. This is also a very nice synergy for Red Guardian as well. He's going to take 50% less damage from incoming attacks while the ablative shield is at max durability. So one thing I don't love about this synergy is that if you're at max sig, your shield, the ablative shield max is going to be up to 15 as opposed to if it was like 10 unduped. So the more sigs you put into Red Guardian, well, the harder it's going to be to keep this up. But if you do keep it up, it's actually really beneficial. 50% less damage from getting hit is a lot of damage. That includes block damage as well. So up next we have Eastern Blockers. So I was originally very excited to see this synergy for Rhino, but in the end, I'm pretty disappointed with it. It gives him a passive fury that grants him 30% attack rating for 20 seconds at the start of the fight, and it also gives him a slow mechanic for 20 seconds at the start of the fight. And you guys know I absolutely love the debuff, alright? I love the slow debuff, but you'll see in this video why it's not too great. Now, this synergy here for Abomination makes Abomination a banger, man. I don't have an Abomination above a 4-star rank 1, so I can't showcase it to you in this video, but I'm sure there's going to be some videos coming that showcase Abomination and just really some nutty damage, some poison damage, really nutty poison damage coming out of this guy with this synergy. So all attacks have a 50% chance to inflict poison, dealing 70% of modified attack over 10 seconds. So that's like all attack synergies, okay? So if you have like I don't know, like let's just say Yellow Jacket and Ant-Man on the team, or you're running some boosts as well, or your synergies, your suicide masteries as well, okay, you have a lot of attack boosts. It's not based on the base attack, it's based on whatever modified attack rating you have, which can end up getting kinda nutty if you have like a 6-star Abomination, okay? So up next we have Living Steel Curtain. Now, let me tell you something right now, man. I don't have Unstoppable Colossus above a 3-star, but this synergy makes Unstoppable Colossus hit like a freaking truck, man. If you aren't subscribed to Suida, my buddy Suida, he just took his Unstoppable Colossus up to rank 5 to make some videos for this. The dude hits like an absolute train. You gotta go check it out. It's unbelievable. What this synergy does for regular Colossus, though, is that activating any special attack has a 50% chance to trigger an unstoppable buff, lingering 1.2 seconds after the attack ends. So what does this do? Well, basically all it does is it kind of makes Colossus an option for Can't Stop, Won't Stop. Does it make him a great option for it? Like, no, not really at all. However, it makes him a pretty decent possible option, okay? Because you're going to have an unstoppable buff on you for the entirety of your special 2 if it lands. So, with all of that being said here, why don't we jump into some gameplay? First up, we have Omega Red versus Winter Soldier, and I want you to check out the death spores in the top right of the screen right when the fight starts. As you can see, it jumps up to 4 or 5. Look at that. We'll get in slow motion here. So you're going to start the fight off, okay, already putting some death spores on the opponent. Now, is this necessary? No, not at all. Omega Red is already a top 5 champion in the game without the synergy. All this does is it just kind of ramps up the fight a little bit faster, and also Omega Red gives a wonderful synergy to Red Guardian as well. Something I love about this is how Omega Red, Red Guardian, and Sabretooth all synergize so well together, okay? So like I said, absolutely not needed at all for Omega Red, but hey, it's always great to get a little more love to some of these absolutely incredible champions, okay? So up next we have this fight with Colossus here, and I'm just bringing him up against this Captain Marvel just to build up to our special attack so I can show you how that unstoppable works, okay? Now, like I said, the only real use that I see for this synergy here is just for like Can't Stop, Won't Stop. Here, like I said, there's a 50% chance, so we didn't proc at that time, but we're going to build up to another special 2 here, and we're going to toss it off right after we get a combo in the face. And look at that, we have that unstoppable, and it's going to linger for a little bit now. We're going to go back in slow motion and watch this again. So as soon as we toss off that giant special 2, check out this big yellow number 2. Look at that, 50k. Now after the special, it's going to linger for 1.2 seconds, okay? Now if you were on Can't Stop, Won't Stop, that would be increased by a little bit as well. Yeah, so then we're going to toss off some special ones at the end here. We're going to get the unstoppable again right here. Very, very nice, okay? Build up to one more special 1 after taking a special 1 right in the face there, and we get another unstoppable buff, so it does proc a lot. We threw 4 special attacks in that fight, and it procs 3 out of 4 times. Alright, up next we are going to showcase Rhino here against this Juggernaut. I mean, like, what a perfect place to showcase all these synergies, right? Right in a row. So obviously, as you know, Juggernaut is going to get that unstoppable buff if he tosses off that special 1, but as you can see, we have that passive fury, and we also have the slow debuff. Now, here's the thing, man. I'm really disappointed in this synergy because this is like giving Rhino plus 30% attack with his fury, that passive fury. But as you can see, man, he's just like hitting for absolutely nothing. It's just like, it's just such a shame. Now at this point, the passive fury is gone, and you know, Rhino's still gonna go like passively unstoppable, so he can like hit into Juggernaut while he's unstoppable. But like, I mean, you're obviously not going to do that in any real content, and like Rhino is just, he's still completely useless. But I mean, Unstoppable Colossus and Abomination, they got a big buff with these synergies, man, so you can't really be mad about the Rhino not panning out. But you know what, while we're here, man, why don't we just show off a little bit more Red Guardian gameplay, just show off how good he is against champions where you need to apply slow, okay? Now I played with Red Guardian a lot when I had him, man, and I never ever had slow fall off when I didn't want to. And you know, I did have the luxury of playing with him at Sig 200, and it's going to be, I guess, a little bit harder to keep it up if he's unduped, but also, you know, the slow timer is very lengthy, so even unduped, man, I feel like, how about that special 1 right to the face? I feel like even unduped, he's going to be able to keep up that slow debuff without too much trouble, okay? One thing I really love about the Red Guardian, I just love countering special attacks with his heavy. It feels so good and so smooth. Another thing I love is that whenever there is a slow debuff up on the opponent, the 25% increased offensive power gain is just really, really nice. There was a really, really big 50k special too from a rank 3 5-star. One more thing I want to show you here, we're going to jump right back in with Omega Red. I want to show you this synergy here again, because just watch how nice this is. Just how that jumps up top, man. Look at this. So it starts out, it's going to jump up 5 spores, but we're also close to Juggernaut. So immediately, within 1 second, we're at 7 spores, and now on the first heavy, we're locking it in at 17 spores. Dude, I really love that synergy for Omega Red, and like I said, this is like absolutely not needed at all, but I could totally see myself like ranking up a Red Guardian if I were to pull him as a 5 or 6 star, and obviously I bring Omega Red and Sabretooth everywhere, and both Omega Red and Sabretooth, they pretty much go hand in hand, and they also have 2 absolutely wonderful synergies for Red Guardian too. So the 3 of them, man, they're forming a really nice trio for me, and it's one thing that's making me really want to go for Red Guardian, either as a 5 star or as a 6 star. I feel like I'm probably going to save up some 6 star shards and go for him in the 6 star featured, because I do have a Science T5CC as well, and I would absolutely take this guy up to rank 3 if I pulled him. Alright my dudes, that is going to be it from me on Red Guardian. I do hope you enjoyed these CCP videos. If you did, please do me a favor and leave your boy a like. Comment what you think about these synergies and Red Guardian as a whole, as a character, and subscribe if you want to see some more content coming to you very soon. I'll be seeing you around.